Hey guys, it's Dave, and this is after long much of waiting and lots of previews. Here it came, Shield issue number 1. This is a Happy New Year kind of thing. Yes, this is Happy New Year, and the New Year's first issue. It starts with Shield. It's the kind that what it is the welcoming issue or the first issue as it is. Okay, here we go. With further ado, I'm gonna do the review. I'm gonna read the review from comicvine.com. It's given by Tony Jimin Guerrero, and Geeked Out Nation is given by Jideobi, Odunze, and Infinity Comics. It's given by Dan Gehen. That's been pretty cool. Shield 1 may not have the captivating innovative art that characterized the government agency's book back when Jim Sternanko was illustrating, but it is blessed to have the medium's most knowledgeable writer at the helm in Mark Waid, combined with the consistently excellent art of Carlos Pacheco pencils, Mariano Taibo, and Donald Almara colors. And Marvel has successfully produced another solid first issue that is inviting to readers from all walks of life. The creative team takes what could have been a comic version of the show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and instead turns it into a fun romp through the greater Marvel universe. That's cool that Phil Coulson is here to lead the best agents and heroes in the Marvel universe. We are finally getting a comic inspired by the TV series. Little by little, we have been witnessing little changes that bring the Marvel 616 universe and the cinematic universe closer together. As comic fans, we want both to be successful, and both could benefit from the success of the other. Usually when we see comics based on live action media, they tend to feel a little watered down. With Mark Waid writing the series and different Marvel artists drawing each issue, there's the feeling that Marvel is taking this book seriously. Waid opens the issue with a light introduction to Agent Phil Coulson, as seen in the Marvel's The Avengers. As we know that Coulson was a bit of a fanboy when it came to the heroes. Waid does a nice job illustrated that within a couple of pages we also get a sense of who Coulson is in the Marvel universe and his relationship to the others. We are also introduced to some familiar faces familiar if you watch Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't watched this series much, but I do watch first episode. Yeah, that's freaky. And after reading this comics, I'm gonna watch this one. Really good it will be, I think so, because comics, I really like it. Whether the critics and lots of reviewers don't like it or not, I don't care. What makes this exciting is the unlimited budget concept. By being able to bring in whichever characters are needed, there's a bigger feel to the story. It makes sense that when there's a big threat on the loose, the government can't just sit around and hope the Avengers or Fantastic Four or Spider-Man will be around to stop it. I look forward to seeing how S.H.I.E.L.D. will work with other heroes to get the mission completed, just like we are seeing in Alice Scott's Secret Avengers. It is also like that, it's same as like that. After a very successful second half of the second season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., who doesn't want more of what these characters have to offer Marvel during the winter hiatus? These are all new characters from the MCU being brought to the comics. Their introduction is something you can really get behind when you have nothing to fear in terms of someone iconic being short-handed by it. What is great about S.H.I.E.L.D. 1 is that the plot is straight to the point. We know who Coulson is, we know who his team is. The only thing we have to deal with are the possibility of not seeing Sky, Daisy, or Ward in the book. Well, Sky more than Ward, but only time will tell. In general, all you need to know is that Agent Phil Coulson's job is to bring together the heroes he needs from across the Marvel universe on an as needed basis to confront, combat, and curtail dangers beyond the scope of any conventional peacekeeping force concept, which works not only because Mark Waid and the MCU cleverly built Coulson up to the that is ultimate fanboy, but they also already showed this is possibly with Avengers book out this year. Works a bit better with S.H.I.E.L.D. 1 when the tone is balanced between fun and serious. I mean, this should be an exciting experience working with so many who can do what they cannot. Mark Waid is a good choice for someone who could tackle such a book. He's not someone who will throw only your favorite heroes in there for the sake of fan service. He put the heroes in there that Coulson would choose, and heroes Coulson would. With the first two he kept as a hidden weapon. Overall, it was impressive that he could that nice thing that we saw, and that the teams they are from. The artwork definitely lives up to the hype that the Shield with the Shield. This was unlimited budget and unlimited imagination. That is pretty much cool and fine. But few bad things always there, like this one also. We first saw Phil Coulson in the 616 universe in Battle Scraps by Chris Yost, Cullen Bunn and Matt Fraction. We saw that Coulson was an Army Ranger along with Marcus Johnson, aka Nick Fury Jr. It was at the end of their adventure in the series that Coulson and Fury joined S.H.I.E.L.D. This eventually led to his place in the Secret Avengers series when we see bits of Coulson's past over the years in the opening. There's no mention of being a ranger and being in S.H.I.E.L.D. at 25 serving under Dum Dum Dugan. Doesn't fit in with what we have had so far. Coulson's had a pretty big part in Secret Avengers. It doesn't feel like the same character, so the question is the series in the 616 universe? My impression was the series was meant to take place in the 616. It's what's been established about Coulson being overlooked for the sake of bringing more of the TV series filled to comics. The verdict about this one, this is real different quite sometimes. This series may be a result of trying to incorporate elements of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series to comics, but that's okay. It's been too long since we have had a proper S.H.I.E.L.D. series. Secret Avengers is doing fantastic job. It's doing a really fantastic job, but that's focused on a smaller group of agents and Avengers. Mark Waid has the freedom to call forth whichever characters are needed for the story. There is a lot of potential in being able to see heroes work outside their comfort zone along with the government agents in order to stop being threats. We will be getting a different artist for each mission, and Carlos Pacheco does a great job with a huge number of characters involved in the story. It's not clear how exactly this series fits in with the cinematic and established comic. Unfortunately, that is really great, but continuity based on all we have seen of Coulson in comics so far. This has the makings of a really good and great and fun series. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Really like it.